Rate conversion. What people used to do before they had Google and Siri. Let's dive right in and take a look. Starting off, we just have some simple refresher lookup ideas of basically what equals each other. So in preparation of doing some formal rate conversion of converting like miles per hour to feet per minute, for instance, we are going to just simply click which one of these has the numerator equaling the denominator. So for instance, if there are 100 centimeters in a meter, which there are, then there are not 60 centimeters in a meter. So this one is not the case. And you can look up these one at a time. If you don't know, like there are 5,280 feet in a mile, which is not 5,200 feet. 10 feet in a yard, nope, 3 feet. 12 inches in a foot, yes. 60 minutes in an hour, yes. 1 ton, 1,000 pounds, nope, that's 2,000 pounds. And so we have two answers for number one. Similarly for you, you're going to see some conversion metrics on your screen. Just click the ones that work, and only the ones that work. Okay, superstar. The next one is the same thing. There are indeed 12 inches in a foot. So went over, there are 5,280 feet in a mile. There are 100 centimeters in a meter. Yes, there are 60 minutes in an hour. 1 yard is 4 feet and 3 feet. 2,000 pounds at a ton. So there were two answers on number one. There are three answers on number two. Let's see how many answers there are in number three. All right, one at a time. Once again, 100 centimeters in a meter, so that it's not true. 5,280 feet in a mile. Finally, they got it right. 36 feet in a yard. That would make a 100-yard football field. So big. 3 feet. 12 inches in a foot. Yep. 2,000 pounds in a ton. Yep. And an hour, 60 minutes. Correct. So there were two answers for number one, three answers for number two, and four answers for number three. In other words, there were one more answer than the problem number that you're on. It's kind of a cool mathematical pattern there. All right, then we're just going to fill in the blanks. Blank meters equals 1 kilometer. How many meters in a kilometer? Again, you could look up this on Google or Siri or however, or you could remember that kilo always means 1,000. So there are 1,000 meters. In a kilometer, there are 1,000 liters in a kiloliter, and on and on. Kilogram, you could say the same thing for. How many quarts are in a gallon? Well, just like kilo means 1,000, quart is something you know from money. Quarters in a dollar. Or quarters in a basketball game. 4 quarts in a gallon, just as there are 4 of the others in the other scenarios. Okay, seconds in an hour. This is an interesting one because, well, sometimes an hour can seem like an infinite amount of time, and other times you could be especially sleeping and it seems like it was 1 second long. But instead, we're going to have to do a little bit of multiplication. So we know that there are 60 seconds in a minute, and that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So when you do rate conversion, if you see the same exact measurement diagonally from, in this case, bottom left to top right, those cancel. And so we get left with seconds in an hour. And so that is 60 times 60 up top, which is 3,600 seconds in 1 times 1 is 1 hour. And yes, you can look up these still, but I wanted to show you what the world did before the internet. You had to manually multiply all of this together. So consider this as much of a history lesson as it is a math lesson. Number 7, 1 mile is blank inches. Okay. Well, we know that 1 mile is 5,280 feet. We also could look up or know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So, boom. And then that is miles to inches. So that means that 1 mile is 5,280 times 12. So let's do that calculation in our Desmos calculator here. 5,280 times 12 is 63,360. Okay. Inches in a yard. Inches in a yard. Well, we know that there in 1 yard is 3 feet. We also know that in 1 foot there are 12 inches. And again, I am positioning this so that the feet cancel diagonally. We get 3 times 12, which is 36 inches, and 1 times 1 is 1 yard. There we go. This is pretty straightforward. It's just important on how we multiply to make sure we cancel correctly. Okay. 9 and 10. 30 miles per hour to feet per hour. So this is a kind of a double, but we're still only going to convert one of them. Watch, because we have 30 miles per 1 hour. Notice per always means divide. So 30 miles over 1 hour. And we want to convert that to feet per hour. So we need to get miles into feet. But we're actually going to leave the hours alone. So we know that in 1 mile, there are 5,280 feet. And our miles cancels with miles. So that on top, we have 30 times 5,280. On bottom, we're still going to be left with our 1 hour because we want feet per hour. So 30 times 5,280. Let's see what that is. I could leave up the 5,280 up top and just replace the 12 with 30. 158,400. Okay. Number 10 is our one example we're going to convert both miles and minutes to feet per hour. Let's do it. So we have 2.05 miles. Remember, per means divide. Per 1 minute. So we need to first convert our miles to feet. So let's do that. In 1 mile, there are 5,280 feet. It's a weird zero. There it is. And we need to convert our minutes into hours. Well, we know that there are also 60 minutes. And notice I'm going to put this up top since I want it to cancel diagonally, and minutes is on bottom over here in 1 hour. So now we're double canceling. We're canceling our miles with miles and our minutes with minutes. That gets left just feet and per 1 hour, which is exactly what we want. So we have to multiply 2.05 times 5,280 times 60. And you might be out there asking, wait a minute, why are we multiplying by 60 when we're going from minutes to hours? I thought hours is like larger than minutes. Isn't it backwards? It's a little counterintuitive until you think about the fact that you can go a certain amount of miles in a minute, but then if you're given a whole hour to do it, well then yeah, you're going to run a lot more. So instead of thinking about being like a direct conversion, think about it being like you have that much more time to do it. Okay, let's do this calculation in Desmos. And I'm going to do a new line because we have something new to do. 2.05 times 5,280 times 60. So for you, same thing. You just probably don't have 2.05 there. You have a different number. 649,440. That is a lot of feet that you can walk or run or just travel in general in that whole hour. Phenomenal. Thank you for taking a dive into history and learning how people did it for years and years before they had Google, Siri, other internet measures that you could literally just type that in and get the answer. That has been rate conversion. Thanks for following along. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.